The vast land of India, a place of incredible beauty and diversity, is currently facing a period of very wild weather. In just a few short days, from May 21st to May 23rd, 2025, nature has shown its powerful and unpredictable side. Across this great subcontinent, different regions are experiencing extreme conditions. From the northern plains to the southern coasts, the weather has brought sudden changes and significant challenges. These events remind us of the immense forces that shape our planet and our lives. We see storms, heavy rains, and even the threat of a cyclone. These are not just small showers or gentle breezes. These are major weather events. They affect the daily lives of millions of people. Homes, roads, and important services like electricity and transport can be damaged. The environment too feels the impact of such strong weather. Trees can be uprooted and the land can be flooded. It is a time when communities must come together. They need to support each other and prepare for what might come next. Understanding these events is important for everyone. In North India, cities that were recently struggling with hot, dry weather suddenly found themselves in the middle of fierce storms. Hailstones, like small balls of ice, fell from the sky. Strong winds blew dust across the landscape, making it hard to see. Heavy rain poured down, bringing a sudden coolness, but also many problems. These storms were a dramatic shift from the heatwave conditions that people had been enduring. The change was swift and very powerful, a clear display of nature's ability to transform the atmosphere rapidly. Meanwhile, in western and southern India, a different kind of weather story is unfolding. Along the long coastline, there are warnings about heavy rain and strong winds. There is even talk of a cyclone forming in the Arabian Sea. A cyclone is a very large and powerful storm that forms over the ocean. These conditions are linked to the pre-monsoon season, a time when the weather patterns begin to shift, heralding the arrival of the vital monsoon rains. But sometimes this transition period can bring severe and dangerous weather before the gentle rains arrive. On Wednesday, May 21st, a dramatic weather event struck North India. The capital city, Delhi, and its surrounding national capital region were particularly affected. What began as a hot day quickly transformed. Dark, ominous clouds gathered in the sky, signaling a major change. Soon, a powerful storm broke out. It was not just rain, it was a combination of different extreme elements. Hailstones pelted down, and a fierce dust storm swept through the area. The wind howled, reaching speeds of up to 79 kilometers per hour, a truly strong force. This sudden storm brought a mix of relief and chaos. For weeks, the region had been suffering under a severe heat wave. The temperatures were very high, making life uncomfortable for everyone. The rain and the drop in temperature that came with the storm were, in one way, a welcome change. It cooled the air and offered a break from the oppressive heat. However, the intensity of the storm was overwhelming. It was a wild and untamed display of nature's power, catching many people by surprise with its sudden arrival and its sheer ferocity. The dust storm was particularly challenging. It reduced visibility significantly, making it difficult and dangerous to be outside. Fine particles of dust filled the air, carried by the strong winds. This created a thick, hazy curtain over the city. Following the dust, heavy rain began to fall. This rain, combined with the hailstones, added to the difficult conditions. The sound of the wind, the rain, and the hail created a symphony of nature's raw energy. It was a stark reminder that even in large modern cities, humans are still subject to the whims of the weather. The storm system was quite extensive, affecting a large area across North India. The conditions were attributed by weather experts to a cyclonic circulation, a pattern of rotating winds located over southern Punjab. Additionally, a trough, which is an elongated area of low atmospheric pressure, stretched across North India. These meteorological features combined to create the perfect conditions for such a violent and sudden weather outbreak. The atmosphere, charged with energy, unleashed its power in the form of this intense storm, changing the landscape and the daily routines of millions in a matter of hours. The powerful storm on May 21st caused significant disruption to life in Delhi and the national capital region. The city, usually bustling with activity, found itself grappling with the immediate consequences of the wild weather. One of the most visible impacts was on the city's green cover. Many trees, unable to withstand the force of the winds, were uprooted. They fell onto roads, pathways, and sometimes even onto vehicles or buildings. This not only blocked traffic but also posed a danger to people. The sight of fallen giants of nature was a testament to the storm's strength. Public transportation systems also faced serious problems. The Delhi Metro, a lifeline for many commuters, experienced disruptions. The strong winds and falling debris damaged the overhead equipment that powers the trains on some lines. This led to delays and suspensions of service, leaving many passengers stranded. At the Indira Gandhi International Airport, a major travel hub, the storm caused flight delays and diversions. Aircraft waiting to land had to be rerouted to other airports, and those preparing for takeoff were grounded. This created a ripple effect, affecting travel plans for many people. Power supply was another major casualty of the storm. Snapped power lines and damaged electrical infrastructure led to widespread power outages in many parts of Delhi and the national capital region. Homes and businesses were plunged into darkness. This added to the difficulties, especially as evening approached. Without electricity, daily chores became harder, and communication was also affected. Emergency services worked hard to restore power, but the scale of the damage meant that it took time. The lack of electricity also impacted water supply in some areas, compounding the challenges. Tragically, the storm also led to a loss of life. In Delhi, a man was killed when an electric pole, likely weakened by the wind and rain, fell on him. This sad event highlights the very real dangers that such extreme weather can pose to human safety. It underscores the importance of taking precautions and staying indoors during such severe storms. The storm was not just an inconvenience, it was a dangerous event that had a profound and sorrowful impact. The city was left to clear the debris and repair the damage, a task that would take considerable effort. The impact of the severe weather system was not confined to Delhi. On the following day, Thursday, May 22nd, the storm's fury continued to be felt, particularly in parts of western Uttar Pradesh. This region neighboring Delhi experienced the prolonged effects of the same weather system that had hit the capital. The storm, having moved or expanded, brought its destructive power to new areas, causing further distress and damage. The communities in western Uttar Pradesh found themselves facing similar challenges to those experienced in Delhi, with strong winds and heavy rain. The consequences in western Uttar Pradesh were particularly severe, with reports of at least 17 fatalities. These unfortunate deaths were caused by various storm-related incidents. Walls of buildings weakened by the relentless rain and battered by strong winds collapsed, trapping or injuring people. Large trees were uprooted by the gale-force winds, falling onto homes, roads, and sometimes individuals. Other forms of infrastructure damage also contributed to the tragic loss of life. This high number of fatalities underscores the immense power of the storm and its devastating impact on vulnerable structures and communities. The damage to infrastructure was widespread across the affected districts of western Uttar Pradesh. Homes were damaged, roofs were blown off, and power lines were brought down, leading to extensive electricity outages. Roads became impassable due to fallen trees and debris, hindering rescue and relief efforts. The agricultural sector, vital to this region, also likely suffered losses, though the full extent would take time to assess. The storm disrupted the normal rhythm of life, forcing people to focus on safety and recovery in the face of considerable adversity. Local authorities and emergency services in western Uttar Pradesh were immediately mobilized to respond to the crisis. Their tasks included clearing roads, restoring essential services, providing medical aid to the injured, and offering support to those who had lost their homes or loved ones. The scale of the destruction meant that these efforts would be ongoing for several days. The storm served as a harsh reminder of the vulnerability of even well-populated areas to the sudden and violent whims of nature. The people of western Uttar Pradesh faced a difficult period of rebuilding and mourning. Section 5, Coastal Concerns, Cyclone Alert in the Arabian Sea. While North India was grappling with intense storms, a different kind of weather threat was emerging along India's western and southern coasts. Meteorologists were closely watching a developing weather system in the Arabian Sea. A low-pressure area, which is often the first stage in the formation of a larger storm, was expected to form around May 22nd. This system was located in the east-central part of the Arabian Sea, off the coast of the state of Karnataka. Such formations are watched with great care during the pre-monsoon season. There was a significant concern that this low-pressure system could intensify. If it gained enough strength, it could develop into a cyclonic storm. A cyclonic storm is a large, rotating weather system with very strong winds and heavy rain, forming over warm ocean waters. If this system were to become a cyclone, it would be given a name: Cyclone Shakti. The word Shakti means power or strength, a fitting name for such a potentially formidable natural event. The possibility of a cyclone put coastal communities on high alert. The development of this system is part of the broader pre-monsoon activity that occurs in the Indian Seas. The period before the main monsoon rains arrive is often characterized by unsettled weather. The sea surface temperatures are warm, providing the energy needed for storms to form and strengthen. The India Meteorological Department, the official weather agency, was issuing regular updates and warnings. This information is crucial for fishermen, shipping, and people living in coastal areas, helping them to prepare for any potential dangers. Fishermen, in particular, were given strong advice. They were warned not to go out into certain parts of the Arabian Sea. Specifically, they were advised to avoid the Somalia coast and the adjoining southwest Arabian Sea until May 27th. Warnings were also in place for other parts of the Arabian Sea for May 25th and 26th. These warnings are issued to protect lives, as fishing boats can be easily overwhelmed by the rough seas and strong winds associated with developing cyclones or strong low-pressure systems. Safety at sea is a paramount concern during such weather alerts. Section 6. Southern soaking heavy rains batter the west coast. The pre-monsoon activity and the developing system in the Arabian Sea brought significant rainfall to India's western and southern states. Regions like Maharashtra, Konkan, Goa, Karnataka, and Kerala experienced heavy to very heavy downpours. These rains, while sometimes offering relief from heat, also brought the risk of flooding and disruption. The intensity of the rainfall was a major concern for authorities and residents alike. The weather was making its presence felt very strongly along this entire stretch of the Indian coastline. In Maharashtra, the IMD issued serious warnings. A red alert, which signifies the likelihood of extremely heavy rainfall and advises action, was put in place for districts like Raigad for May 23rd. For other major urban areas, including Mumbai, Thane and Palghar, an orange alert was issued for May 23rd and 24th. An orange alert means authorities should be prepared for heavy to very heavy rainfall that could cause disruptions. These alerts are crucial for triggering preparedness measures, such as readying emergency teams and advising people to take precautions. The Konkan region of Maharashtra and the state of Goa were also braced for intense weather. Forecasts indicated that extremely heavy rain was likely in these areas between May 22nd and 24th. Along with the heavy rain, there were predictions of thunder squalls. These are sudden localized storms with strong winds, often reaching speeds of 50 to 70 kilometers per hour. Such conditions can make travel dangerous and can cause damage to infrastructure. The combination of heavy rain and strong winds creates a challenging situation for coastal communities. Further south, Karnataka and Kerala were also forecast to continue receiving heavy to very heavy rainfall. Coastal Karnataka was singled out as potentially receiving extremely heavy rainfall on May 24th. These southern states are accustomed to monsoon rains, but intense pre-monsoon showers can still cause significant problems. This includes localized flooding, landslides in hilly areas, and disruption to daily life. The consistent and widespread nature of the heavy rainfall across the western and southern coasts highlighted the large scale of this weather event. Section 7. Bengaluru's battle floods and an early monsoon sign. The city of Bengaluru, in the southern state of Karnataka, had already experienced a taste of severe weather even before the events of May 21st. Between May 18th and 19th, the city was hit by heavy rainfall, which led to widespread flooding in several areas. The rains were accompanied by lightning strikes, which unfortunately resulted in fatalities and caused damage to property. This earlier bout of extreme weather had already put the city on edge, and the subsequent forecasts for more rain were a cause for serious concern for its residents. As the week progressed, more heavy to very heavy rainfall was forecast for southern India, including Bengaluru. On May 21st, a red alert was issued for coastal and South Karnataka, indicating the expectation of severe weather conditions. For a bustling metropolis like Bengaluru, known for its IT industry, such heavy rainfall can lead to significant disruptions. Waterlogging on roads can cause massive traffic jams, affecting commuters and the movement of goods. Power outages and disruptions to internet services are also common during such events, impacting both daily life and business operations. The persistent and heavy rainfall in southern India, particularly in Kerala, has led to an interesting prediction from the IMD. They have forecasted an early arrival of the southwest monsoon in Kerala. The monsoon is expected to set in over Kerala by May 27th. If this happens, it would be the earliest onset of the monsoon in Kerala since the year 2009. The arrival of the monsoon is a hugely important event for India, as it brings the much-needed rains for agriculture, which forms the backbone of the Indian economy. An early arrival of the monsoon in Kerala often suggests an early onset of the monsoon over the rest of the country as well. While the pre-monsoon showers can be destructive, the actual monsoon is eagerly awaited. It replenishes water resources, brings relief from the summer heat, and is crucial for the farming season. So, amidst the challenges of the current extreme weather, this forecast offers a glimmer of hope for a timely and potentially beneficial monsoon season for the entire nation. The rhythm of the monsoon is deeply connected to the rhythm of life in India. Section 8. Looking ahead, weather forecasts and expert warnings. The India Meteorological Department, or IMD, continues to monitor these complex weather situations across the country. For Delhi and the surrounding northern areas, forecasts up to Friday, May 23rd and Saturday, May 24th indicated continued thunderstorms and rain. While the intensity might lessen compared to the initial storm, the weather was expected to remain unsettled. Specifically for Delhi, the forecast suggested partly cloudy skies with chances of light to very light rainfall. Thunderstorms and gusty winds with speeds of 30 to 40 kilometers per hour and gusts up to 50 kilometers per hour were also predicted. Daytime temperatures in Delhi were expected to hover around 38 to 40 degrees Celsius, with night temperatures between 27 to 29 degrees Celsius. This means that while the rain might provide some temporary cooling, the overall conditions would remain relatively warm and humid. The persistence of these weather patterns is attributed to the ongoing cyclonic circulation over southern Punjab and the trough extending across North India. These systems are slow-moving, meaning their influence on the weather can last for several days, bringing repeated spells of rain and wind. Authorities across the affected regions have been advised to remain vigilant. They need to be prepared for potential issues such as flooding, especially in low-lying areas, and waterlogging on roads. The strain on infrastructure, including power grids and communication lines, is also a key concern. Emergency services are on standby to respond to any further incidents. This state of readiness is crucial for minimizing the impact of such extreme weather events and for providing timely assistance to those who might be affected by new developments. Residents in the areas prone to these weather events are also being given important advice. People are encouraged to secure their homes, ensuring that loose items outside are tied down or brought indoors. It is wise to avoid low-lying areas that are known to flood easily. Staying updated with the latest weather advisories from official sources like the IMD is very important. In areas still facing heatwave conditions, or where heatwaves might develop later in May, such as Rajasthan and Haryana, people are advised to stay hydrated, avoid being out in the sun for long periods, and take care against heat-related illnesses. Section 9. Conclusion: Resilience in the face of nature's might. The recent days in India from May 21st to May 23rd, 2025 have been a stark demonstration of nature's incredible power and its capacity for creating wild, unpredictable weather. From the violent dust storms and hailstorms in the north to the torrential rains and cyclone alerts in the west and south, the country has experienced a period of intense meteorological activity. These events have brought significant challenges, disrupting daily life, damaging infrastructure, and sadly even leading to the loss of human lives. It is a difficult time for many communities. The impact on different regions has been varied but equally testing. In North India, the sudden storms provided a dramatic, albeit destructive, break from severe heat. In western and southern India, the pre-monsoon activity has brought a deluge of rain and the looming threat of a cyclone, requiring constant vigilance. These events highlight the vulnerability of our modern lives to the ancient forces of nature. They also underscore the importance of accurate weather forecasting and effective disaster preparedness measures to protect people and property. Yet, amidst these challenges, the spirit of resilience shines through. Communities come together to help one another. Emergency services work tirelessly to restore normalcy and provide aid. The forecast of an early monsoon, while preceded by harsh weather, also carries a note of hope, promising the life-giving rains essential for the land and its people. India has a long history of living with diverse and often extreme weather patterns, and this experience fosters a certain strength and adaptability within its population. As India continues to navigate these ongoing weather challenges, the need for vigilance, preparedness, and mutual support remains paramount. Staying informed, heeding official advice, and taking necessary precautions are crucial steps for everyone. While the power of nature is immense, the collective efforts of people working together can help to mitigate the impact and overcome the adversities. The wild weather serves as a powerful reminder of our connection to the planet and the ever-present dance between human civilization and the natural world.